If you are thinking about applying to law school, or if you have already applied to law school and you're getting prepared to begin your first year of law school, get ready because it gets real. It don't get no realer than this. What it do, Anne-Marie Crew? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you've been here rocking with me, welcome back. We are gonna get straight into today's video, and I'm super excited about today's video. As you can see from the title, law school advice. Today's video is all about law school advice for first year students. I should probably add that to the board, right? Hold on. For 1Ls. As you all know, I am in law school and I am a transfer student. I will link a video about all about how I found out about getting accepted into law school as a transfer law student, and yada yada yada, all that good jazz. I will link that video here, right here. It'll be a note right there. It'll be a card at the top of the screen, so check it out. So all that good jazz, you know, we're excited, we're pumped up, we're ready to go. But I'm gonna give you the real of all about some law school advice for 1Ls, because it gets real. When I say it gets real, it gets really, 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 really real quick, okay? So if you are thinking about applying to law school, or if you have already applied to law school and you're getting prepared to begin your first year of law school, get ready because it gets real, all right? It don't get no realer than this. I'm just gonna give you all some advice that I feel as though would be very beneficial going into your 1L year. Now let's get into the video. Tip number 1, do not procrastinate. Say it with me, do not procrastinate. All right, seriously, you all. Definitely some very, very, very real advice for law school in general, but definitely even more so for 1Ls, do not procrastinate. So let me just tell you, when you get into law school, depending on what law school you go to, actually, regardless of what law school you attend, as a first year law student, you are going to at least have 5 classes to take at once, your first semester and your second semester. Typically, it's going to be contracts, torts, civil procedure, property, evidence, legal reasoning. Legal writing, some type of legal writing class. Okay, is that everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Criminal law. I don't know if I mentioned criminal law. So that's 7 classes. So you're not going to have them all at once, but you are going to most likely have all of those courses within the first year. So whether it's the first semester or the second semester, you will take those classes. Whatever you have to do, you will sometimes have readings that may be composed of 250 pages or more, sometimes less, but you will definitely have readings to do. And that is going to be comprised of all of the classes that you're in. You don't want to wait until the last minute to try to read. Remind yourself that this is something new. This is brand new. This is content that you've never read before. This is black letter law. These are cases that are from the way back when, that you will likely not even understand a lot of terms, and you'll have to do a lot of looking in the dictionary, looking in the thesaurus, finding out what these words mean, and you will also find yourself rereading cases over and over again to understand. So you definitely do not want to procrastinate and wait to the last minute to do your readings or to do an assignment, whether it be a memo, whether it be a motion, whether it's simply a reading for class, whether it's a quiz, whatever it is, you do not want to procrastinate, because it will literally take one time of procrastination and falling behind that will literally leave you way back in the wind, and it's going to be extremely difficult to catch back up.
Okay, next one. All
The next one is going to be, you want to make sure you get a mentor. And I put an S in parentheses because it's never anything wrong with having more than one. So I say get a mentor because think about it. If you are able to get in touch and build a connection, build a relationship with someone that has already gone through what it is you are about to experience during your first year of law school, why not? Literally, it does not matter if your mentor is a peer mentor, if it's an alumni, if it's someone that hasn't even gone to that school per se, but has completed law school. Whatever it is, whoever it is, even if it's someone that's not within the legal field, I highly suggest that you get a mentor, and more than one, if possible. It's definitely possible. Get mentors that can help guide you, and not only are they going to be there to talk to you when you need to talk, but they can also offer you lots of resources. Your mentors will literally be able to offer you so much more than just a relationship. Understand that the legal field is a very small field. It's not a really high percentage of people that make up the legal field, and especially people that look like you and me, if you look like me. So you definitely want to make sure you have a mentor, and make sure you're checking in with your mentor. Make sure, even if it's just regular conversation, go to your mentor and talk to them and ask them questions and ask them for things and ask them what organizations to become a part of. Ask them what type of study materials you should be looking at. Ask them whether you should be scheduling a meeting with your professor. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how they are. You know, it has to be a give and take. It's not just, okay, you're my mentor and I'm just going to come to you and ask you for every single thing and I'm not going to talk to you any other time. I mean, that may work, but I don't suggest doing that when trying to form a relationship with someone. It has to be genuine. A mentor not only helps serve you, but you also help serve that peer mentor as well. And even if it's not a peer mentor, like I said, it can be an alumni, it can be someone that has already completed law school, whatever the case may be. Get you a mentor so that you can have some guidance, okay? It's no reason to come into law school and just struggle just because. There's no reason for that. And when it's unnecessary and it doesn't have to be that way, definitely get a mentor, okay? You can have several mentors. I have several mentors. There are so many people that I look up to, that I love, that I just absolutely am extremely inspired by, that will forever be mentors of mine. But I am very, very appreciative of my peer mentor as well, because she's awesome. She's amazing. And even through getting that peer mentor, even at my first law school where I completed my first year, which I probably should really be talking about that. So let me go touch on that one. I did not have a peer mentor at my first law school, but I did have an alumni mentor, and I literally built an amazing relationship with her. I met her at new student orientation, and I literally went to church with her. I did so many things with her. I met up with her at Starbucks often. We talked. We built a true relationship, and I loved it. And I appreciate it so much, because without her, a lot of things that I went through or was not able to understand or needed help with, I would not have had that guidance had I not made that connection with her. Next tip is to do not overextend yourself. And what I mean by do not, can you all see this board? Probably not. This is just not a great setup, but it's okay. Okay. What I mean by do not overextend yourself is during your first year of law school, all of this is brand new. You may have taken some prep courses in undergrad. You may have been involved in a program before coming to law school, but you've never experienced this before. You've never read the black letter law. You've never interpreted it. You've never written in IRAC or CREAC or CRAC. You've never done any of this before. You've never been cold called in class to brief a case or to answer questions following up on a case. So literally, this is the first time that you're being exposed to this insane but very, very interesting and enlightening experience. So you do not want to overextend yourself by joining too many organizations, involving yourself into too many things, leaving you with no time to really devote to your studies. That's what you don't want to do. Definitely be okay with saying no to going out, to doing certain things, to joining certain things. People will pressure you into joining leadership positions and getting into leadership roles, and to joining organizations, and to trying out for teams and journals. People will literally be trying to get you to do so many things. And even if people aren't trying to get you to do those things, you're going to be interested and you're going to want to do everything. But listen to me. Do not overextend yourself. It is perfectly okay to not be involved until after your first semester. That was something that I did not do that I should have done during my first year of law school. I was super involved and my grades definitely showed for it. Okay. I passed, obviously, but I could have done so much better had I not been over here doing this and volunteering for that and this, blah, 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 blah. Doing too much. Do not overextend yourself. Do not. You will run yourself crazy because you will not have time. When I tell you, a lot of times you just may not have time to complete all of your readings. Fingers crossed that you do, but there's going to come a point in time where you won't be able to complete all of your readings. And guess what? If you've already signed up for 1,000 freaking organizations and leadership positions and volunteer work and networking events, you're not gonna get anything done. 4 is to utilize outlines, and I'm gonna touch on both of them. And then number 5 is to keep your mental and physical health intact. Outlines, outlines, outlines. This varies from school to school, but literally, some of my professors, I'm going to say it's different. Some of my professors during my first year of law school just swore that we shouldn't use outlines. If you're just coming to class with your outline and you aren't doing your reading, then that's not good. I don't even know why you all get these outlines and blah, 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 blah. All right, let's just get to the real. You need to utilize outlines. You need to utilize any resources and materials that you can to help you better understand the material. It is not easy. And 9 times out of 10, you are not going to understand something the first time you read it during your first year of law school. That's just what it is. So utilizing outlines is major. What outlines are there was a prior student that took the class that you're in. So say you're in criminal law and you get an outline for I'm just going to make up a professor name, for Professor Johnson's criminal law class, spring semester. You want to try to get the outline that matches up with that professor and that professor's class, because that's going to help you better understand the material when you are preparing for class, when you are reading the cases and trying to understand the concepts and the rules and the black letter law that's coming out of these cases. You will have that outline to kind of guide you along. The outline will also help you informing your own outline when it's time to start studying for midterms and finals. So an outline is essentially a guide on how you should be moving through the course, what it is you should be taking away from certain classes, from certain concepts. It's a guide. And I will say to make sure that you do not solely depend on an outline. Yes, the outlines are great, but even when you get an outline, you don't know the student. I mean, you may or may not know the prior student that created the outline, but even if you do, it may not be in a style that's best for you, that's best for your study habits. You may have to rearrange things, or it may be some certain things that they did not include in that outline. So you cannot depend on it your professor may decide to throw something else in there that they didn't throw in there before. They may decide to switch it up and use a different textbook in the course this semester than they did last year. So you don't want to solely depend on that outline. And when you get an outline, if it's one, if it's several, you want to go through it. And if you have several outlines for a particular class, you want to go through and find which one best fits your needs. Or you can even grab things out of each outline to pull into and compose your own outline. Utilize outlines, you all. Last thing is keep your mental and physical health intact. Do not disappear off the face of the earth, okay? Do not do that. Law school can be very, very stressful, let alone your first year of law school. So you want to make sure you're staying mentally and physically healthy, whether that be going to the gym, doing yoga, participating in events that are for physical and mental health, whether that is going out to enjoy a drink with your friend, going to spend time with your family, your significant other, whatever it may be, you definitely want to make sure that you are intentionally sparing out that time to do those things. Even if it's a quick, like 30-minute, hour break every day in between studying, that you just turn some music on and relax, or you drink a glass of wine. I love wine, okay? I'm a wine drinker, but whatever it is that you decide to do, make sure that you are staying afloat. You do not want to block everybody out. You do not want to not talk to people. I know I've ran across a few YouTube videos of people talking about they weren't even talking to their parents during their first year of law school, and I can't even imagine that. Okay. Yes, I did cut out time. I mean, yes, I did cut down the time that I spent talking on the phone with people and texting people and seeing people as often. In my first year of law school, I was in Alabama away from all of my friends and family. So I literally only had my friend there that I met at law school. That's one of my best friends now. That was the only person I had. So aside from my boyfriend coming back and forth to see me whenever, and me going to Atlanta to see him, there was no time to hang out or anything anyway, because there was no one to hang out with. But literally, if I had been in Atlanta like I am now, if I had been in Atlanta during my first year of law school, that would have been a little more challenging for me, because all of my friends and family, well, not all, but a lot of my friends and family from college and my sister are here. So I would have had to really discipline myself in making sure that I was sticking to what I needed to do and not spending too much time engaging in extracurricular, you know, doing all that outside stuff. But regardless, you want to make sure you keep your support system strong. You will need your support system the most. I promise you, you will need your support system the most right now during this year, during this first year of law school. It is going to be tough. It is the time that the law school intentionally uses this difficult year to weed out the people that are not supposed to be here, to weed out the people that are not fit to make it. So you have to absolutely keep your support system strong. If you need to call and cry, if you need to call and talk and laugh, hear a prayer, whatever it is that you may need, you need your support system at this time the most. So if it's people that mean you no good, if it's people that are going to bring negativity, if it's people that are going to cloud your judgment and keep you from being able to focus on your studies and focus on completing your first year of law school the best as you can, cut them out. You don't need them. Okay? Sometimes some people can't go, and that's okay. So that is it, you all. That is some advice that I have for 1Ls. So I will see you all next time. I'm really excited. If you are a 1L, or if you are thinking about going to law school, definitely hit me up. Definitely leave a comment down below. Write me on Instagram, write me on Facebook, write me on Snapchat, any of my social media. All of it is here. You can talk to me. I promise I will let you know whatever I can let you know. I will give you books if you need books. Whatever it is you need, I will give it to you, okay? Definitely reach out. I am so excited if you are currently a 1L, if you are about to be a 1L, good luck. You will do amazing and then some. I thank you all so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you all next time. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tune in turn on your post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye guys.